happy where we are? Why do we need to touch the stars when we are happy where we are? Why do we need to touch the stars when we are happy where we are? Why do we need to touch the stars when we are happy where we are?
Oh, there we go. Good morning. Really on a roll almost. I have, by chance, came across Stephen Healy's video yesterday on how to do the cross-posting easily before we start the live stream now. Facebook had put a broadcaster-only link in there that actually gives us the opportunity to cross-post firsthand. So I'm here early-ish, sort of. I haven't had to mess around in the background. Good morning, Judy. How are you? Gorgeous photo there. You look really cold, nicely rugged up. And Shaz, how are you this morning? It's very nice and cool today. I'm just glancing out the window and there is clouds. It is overcast and it's quite cool. Good morning, Jody. How are you? Now, what we have this morning is our cards all ready to go. So it's actually the spread as I've been using for over the year. It's the 5-card spread. It is a general reading only. So as I'm explaining intuitively what I'm getting from the cards, keep in mind that it is from my own perspective as I had shuffled the cards. It sort of is initially for my day, but it's also a generic reading because that's the intention I put in there. What you receive from your cards, what you receive intuitively in your gut feeling and any messages you get, what's important as we move along in this card spread reading as well. Okay, so thank you for being here to watch, and we'll switch it around to the actual cards. And I'm hoping that the strength of the broadcast is good. I have an Ethernet cord and it should be actually running very successfully, clearly, but it doesn't always. Now, remember to be over on the mytimetv.live stream so that you can have your comments put on screen like this if you'd like to. But it is cross-posted to my Boundy page, to my Hypnosis Plus with Ros page, and Live in 5, as in the Be Live group that we can post into. So do be aware that the page to be on is the mytimetv.live, but it's fine to watch from the other pages as well. Okay, now what we've got here. Good morning, Kat. How are you? Ooh, cool. It's going to be fun tonight. We have a session with the cards ourselves. Now, what we've got here. Whoops. I was just trying to make that a bit square. It's not. Anyway, we've got the Gilded Reverie Lenormand is the deck that I'm using. It's by Ciro Marchetti as the artist, and I'm using the expanded edition, so you do get the extra cards in it. Today we haven't got any of those. We've got all that are basically from the original deck, the first 36 cards in the deck. The spread. Here we have the workspace energy. So this is about work. This one here is about the home. We've got up the top here is the unexpected energies, the unexpected card. And oops, I forgot to actually put my devices off. Down here in the 4th position, we've got your role, is the energy around that one. And of course, in the center, we've got the outcome. So keep in mind, you keep your open mind, your open heart around what the messages are that you're receiving that's most relevant for you. But the ring is around, it's about commitment. It's creating that never-ending cycle that I suppose it is a promise. And good morning, Sarah. How are you? Oh, a lovely big cup there. So what I'm feeling with this is putting yourself in the position of commitment to self in what your workspace is, so that some things that really are in what we do with our work can be mundane and cyclical. So that's partly the ring and partly the mandala, because there's always going to be steps, whether you go through, whether you're working for someone else or whether you're running your own business or building your own business, in whatever way you're earning your resources, earning your income, building your resources, earning your income, improving your, I suppose it's the abundance in life that you're actually, and look at the fact that it's the gems too. So it is building and creating that you're giving yourself that promise to actually look after yourself, to actually be committed to that process of the work, but not, I'm feeling it's not being work even. So, it's part of what can be, yes, there's a boring aspect, there is a monotonous aspect sometimes, but it can still be a joy in that process and that end goal in sight, as to, committing to yourself in putting that process into action and staying committed to that. Okay, just got an itchy right finger. Now, we've got the woman. I was intrigued that we've got both the woman and the man looking towards the ring there. The woman is in the home space, and it's the younger woman. So it just gives that really nice pensive, as you're seeing this in the row, even though the young man is in that outcome, it gives the strength of balance that we have in man and woman, and that commitment to being our balance, because we do have our feminine and our masculine aspects within ourselves even. So as I'm seeing this card of the younger woman in that home position, it does bring me back to, gee, what was it to be that young? What did I feel when I was young and starting off a family and building a business with a husband, and still feeling that, I do feel that love in this depiction of the woman. It is that contemplating love. It's contemplating feelings. It's actually giving a bit more of an emotion to what is the home space and the relationships that are within it. So I'm feeling that it does give us that instruction, that guidance to actually think into our heart space, feeling about what's happening in our homes, and not just to analyze it from the head, and give it that energy of, well, love, basically, because here we've also got that commitment. The ring can be a love commitment too. It's just that this one in today's spread is in the workspace. We're looking to have that balance of what is from our home space to our workspace and how we earn our incomes. Whoops, now I've just got to try and, I'm not looking at the table, so my pencil's looking a bit wobbly, isn't it? While I was doing that. Good morning, Karen. How are you? Gorgeous soul. Here we're moving into that unexpected that is the snake. I looked at that and thought, wow, the snake in the unexpected. Well, most times when we're seeing snakes around and about us, they are unexpected, aren't they? We'll be walking along and we might almost tread on a snake when it's the hot weather and they're in the grass or come out from behind various bits of tin or things like that. They hide. They come out only when they're wanting to move from one place to another or sun themselves, get that warmth happening in their bodies. So I'm feeling it, although this one here does look like it's a bit more is it on the attack or is it on the defensive? So, it could be either or throughout your day to day if you feel that energy of a snake just surprising you and popping into your day. There's the fruits it's protecting, or it's just wanting to tempt you. The story of the Eve and the apple. So, I feel into that, what you're, at the time that you feel that sort of a thing pop up, the energy of, oh, someone's trying to convince me I need something that I don't feel like I want to. Take that as this is the card that's influencing that. That type of energy about the unexpected card. I'm actually feeling it's a bit defensive and wanting to actually protect what it has. So just hold to yourself that you want to keep. and put up a bit of protection around you through the day is what I'm feeling with it for me. So, but it is all of those different aspects of it. Look, it could be that it's actually growing its new skin and having to shed the old too, as white pops up. That just popped into my head as I said that, as I was moving that camera. New for old. Good morning, Carol. How are you? So, and we're down here in the moon energy. The moon's popped up in our role. So I think it is that reflective time, as we can see. And you see how the light changed on those cards as I moved the camera. Yeah, they faded off a little bit because of the angle of the light from outside. And that's sort of what happens with the moon. We get different angles of focus when we have a light source change its position. So as you know, when the sun goes over, we get the different variants of the shadows. As we have the moon going through its cycle around the earth, we have it taking on the different levels of light that we see that are reflected from the sun. And we are coming up to a full moon, so we're going to see a lot more of the moon, of course, and that energy brings more light to what we're needing to bring out of the shadows. And it can also bring a little craziness with it. So just realize it is just part of that cycle. And here we've got the circle in the ring as well. So create that level of looking inwards to search for what is, in your role, to what is that stuff that's in the shadows that needs to be brought out into the light. If you need to share something with one of your family or your lover, best friend, whatever, it might be the time to reveal some of those little secrets and bring forward what is your truth, standing in your power as the moon comes into its full energy. I think it's tomorrow. So be that reflection of what is the full energy of the sun. It gives that beautiful balance as we see the masculine and the feminine sitting next to each other in this spread. So outcome is here we've got the strength of the masculine sitting in that reflective pose as well. It just gives a lovely comfort and strength, feeling of strength to it. It's a casual pose there. It's the energy of the man, that stability and strength and solidness and, it's done type factor. Not that the woman doesn't have those things, but we know that feminine is a softer, more nurturing energy. And the masculine is the more done, solid, physical style of energy. It's the yin and the yang. So we've got that balance and that commitment to what we are doing in our lives as our income earners, abundance and all of that. So as we square up, I'm trying to do that so it's balanced on all 5 of those cards, we can feel that it is time to reflect. It is time to look at, and it's, normally when we do a 3-card spread too, we've got the past, present, future. It's almost like we're looking back at what has been, that's been that huge, it's been that influence in our lives that we can be thankful for and know that, here's our goal, we're achieving it, we're actually in that solid, stable, focused position. And that's what we're doing, is creating that for ourselves. Okay, because all things that we do is our own creation. We do need to remember that. And if we don't like it, you just change your perspective, you move your position, you do something differently. And, you take it from there again, and various steps we take. It's only you that can know what's going to be for your best, in your best interest. It's there's no shame in asking for help along the way. It's why I'm using the cards and offering that as a daily reading, because sometimes it can be just that little piece of information that we get in our day that brings the aha moment that can change our lives virtually, literally, and in actual fact. it's not just the wishy-washy just because it feels like it's a toy, or, you're just playing at the cards, you're just playing at the pendulum, you're just playing at, doing courses and all sorts of things. I mean, we're not playing, we are living a real life, and we are gaining our guidance from whatever avenues we are led to, because we're all each different, of course. And those different varying tools that we use are just going to be what we find relevant for us in our lives. So, and I love doing these, so I'll be keeping on keeping on. If you need to book in for any of my lives, book in for any of my services, and this is something I did just forget to do. I just didn't have it up here, and because I'm not using the eCam, it's not in the corner statically like I have had it. Be live, having the cameras working again where I've got multiple cameras. Yay! I need to remember to put the stuff on the bottom. So do click on that to either my hypnosisplus.com.au, it is a Shopify website, or my Ros Boundy page here on Facebook. I'm pretty sure that's the one I might have it in. Well, on the Hypnosis Plus with Ros page too. I do have those links that go to the site, the Shopify. So if you feel that you need a more direct and a more individualized reading, I do have availability. Just click, pay for it, and we negotiate when you'd like to have that happening. So, thank you, Karen. That's wonderful. Well, I try my best. I do try my best. I just love being here and sharing with you guys, well, people. Shouldn't say guys, it's a bit masculine, isn't it? But then we've got the male in the card as the outcome, haven't we? So there you go. Looking forward to being here again tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. So thank you for being here with me now. And thanks, Carol. And continue to be the best person that you are, because we are the best we can be in each and every moment. So true for the aha moments. Oh, yeah. So great. Renee, that's a really interesting question, and this is a general card reading that I've just completed. You've come in on the tail end. So you've misplaced your glasses, and can I guide you to where I've left them? Look, that's not the type of question that I do answer. You might be able to find that answer elsewhere. But I will say I'm feeling that they've dropped down between a cupboard and a bed, maybe. Try that out. I could be wrong too. Okay. Thanks for being here. See you tomorrow morning, and namaste.